So the property nucleophilic addition reaction. Okay. So this is a mechanism which we have done yesterday. Okay. So nucleophile attack, first step, that is a slow step. And step 2, H plus attack to O minus, fast, and we get the addition product, right? This example also we have discussed, HCN when react with any carbonyl compound to form cyanohydrine. And what is the mechanism? In this case, Cn minus is the nucleophile, and this Cn minus release from HCN in the presence of base. So why the base is required? The two reasons. First is the reaction is very slow with pure HCN, so carried out in presence of base, which abstract H plus from weak acid HCN, so generate strong nucleophile, and then this nucleophile easily attack to the carbonyl to give the good amount of cyanohydrine. So the reason for OH minus is what? It is weak acid, so abstract, dissociate by abstracting H plus to release strong nucleophile, and then this strong nucleophile shows the reaction and give good yield of cyanohydrine. Okay. Now the next example is with sodium bisulfite. Okay. Now see the reaction.
मैम एक बार बैक कर दो कि वो लाइन लिखनी थी येलो में जो आपने लिखी.
Right, no problem. This reaction occur very slow with pure HCN. Okay, slowly with pure HCN, so carried out in presence of base, which release H plus ion from this weak acid HCN and hence generate nucleophile, that is Cn minus, which is strong nucleophile, and then it can easily attack and to give good yield of cyanohydrine. Okay. Should I go ahead?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry. Okay. So now you can see with sodium bisulfite. Okay. So now we start from here. So what happens when carbonyl compound reacts with sodium bisulfite? Okay. So in this case, what you know, that sodium carries positive charge and this is negatively part. So this is nucleophile. So always when you show the mechanism, always the same mechanism, nucleophile always attack to the carbon and this pi bond shifted to oxygen, and you get that first step is always slow step. So carbon pe what will be attached? SO3H and O minus, and at this O minus what will be attacked? Na plus. So you get this addition product. But this addition product, there is a ONA and there is a SO3H. H is the acidic hydrogen. And wherever is the acid and base, so automatically what occur? Proton transfer. So in this reaction, we get this product, addition product. Further, the proton transfer occur. And what proton transfer occur means this H plus transfer to over here. And what final product we get? SO3 minus Na plus. Now there will be exchange of H plus and Na minus, Na plus, sorry, OH. Finally, we are getting alcoholic product. So this is the addition final product. So you are getting this product, but due to proton transfer, they will be exchanged to each other. We get this product, SO3 minus Na plus, means the sodium salt of sulfonate. Okay. And this is the crystalline product. Now, there is a one question. What is the use of this reaction? So this reaction basically used for separate the, so what is the significance of this reaction, or what is the use of this reaction? This reaction used for first separate the mixture of aldehydes and ketones. Or even we can say, suppose there is a one aldehyde and one ketone mixture is there. I have written aldehydes, but it may be 1 and 1. So this reaction is basically used to separate the mixture of aldehydes and ketones, and or we can say to purify aldehyde. Okay. So wherever the aldehyde, impure aldehyde is there, and you want to separate the pure aldehyde, or if suppose there is a mixture of aldehyde and ketone and you want to separate both, then this reaction can be used. How this reaction can be used? Okay, so why this reaction used? Basically, I just write the question in the form of question. Suppose this is the question, or you can say use. So how we can say that this reaction is used to separate the mixture or to purify the aldehyde from the impure compound, because this final addition product, that is a sodium sodium bisulfite addition product. This sodium bisulfite addition product come in the form of white crystalline solid. It is coming in the form of crystalline solid. But kiska banega? For aldehyde. So how we can separate? Suppose you have the mixture of aldehyde and ketone over here. Okay, kisi container mein both are there. Okay, and in this container you are adding sodium bisulfite. You are getting this product, but you'll get the product of only aldehydes. Means this white crystal will be obtained of aldehyde, not for ketone. Why? Because already we have discussed that aldehyde is more reactive than ketone. So this reaction is favorable for aldehyde, but ketone is less reactive. So this reaction is unfavorable. Suppose ketone ने react कर भी लिया तो वो backward में चला जाएगा. ठीक है? So aldehyde is more reactive. So we get the crystal of aldehyde, but ketone जो है less reactive है. So we don't get the crystal of aldehyde, ketone. ठीक है? वो reverse back हो जाता है because of less reactive for nucleophilic addition reaction. So suppose mixture है in which we are getting the white crystal of only aldehyde, but ketone का कोई भी crystal नहीं मिल रहा है, that means they are separated from each other. Now this white crystalline will be separated, again it will be hydrolyzed. फिर इसको हम अगर hydrolyze कर देते हैं तो reverse back होके हमें pure aldehyde मिल जाता है. Right? Clear है सबको? Or same in impure aldehyde. Suppose you have aldehyde but that is not pure and you want to abstract the pure aldehyde, तो उस impure aldehyde में भी you can add sodium bisulfite, यही डाल दो. तो this sodium bisulfite will react only with aldehyde, बाकी जो भी impurity उसके साथ react नहीं करेगा. So aldehyde will react with this sodium bisulfite to get white crystalline product. And this white crystalline product will be separated out and then further hydrolyzed to recover the pure aldehyde. Am I clear? Is it clear to all of you? Say something.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this is the reason that this reaction is very, very important for separation of the mixture or purification of the mixture, impure aldehyde. Okay. So now the next reaction. Now the third example of nucleophilic addition reaction is Grignard reagent. Already we have done. Okay, still again I am repeating with RMgX. Okay, so next reaction is with Grignard reagent. Okay, so already we have done this mechanism in alcohol and phenol chapter. Okay, again I am repeating once again. So what happens? Already you know, when carbonyl compound reacts with Grignard reagent. So already you know that this R is a negatively part. Okay, and in this case carbon is positive. Okay, so already you know this R is a negative part, which this is nucleophile, and hence already you know that nucleophile always attack to carbon and pi bond shifted to oxygen. And so what product we are getting? So C पे R will come and O पे MgX will come. Okay. So now we are getting this addition product, and this addition product followed by hydrolysis in acidic medium. So this is the final product of the Grignard reagent, alcohol. Always you get the alcohol. Okay. So this is a simple mechanism. Okay. This is the adduct addition product. Okay. So I'm going to the next example. Should I go ahead? Okay. Now the fourth example of nucleophilic addition reaction with alcohol, ROH. I'm not writing ROH, I just write alcohol only, because we can take monohydric alcohol, dihydric alcohol, anything I can take. So next example is with alcohol. Okay, see the reaction, what happens. So carbonyl compound reacts with monohydric alcohol. First we are taking monohydric alcohol. So in case of monohydric alcohol, we have to take aldehyde. Okay, just repeating once. Aldehyde reacts with monohydric alcohol. Again, the mechanism is same, because already you know, in this case, R is the negative part and C is the positive and negative, already you know. So what will happen? This alcohol will attack to this, same mechanism. So you get what product? You get RCH. Oh, so sorry, beta. Just a minute. So sorry. 1 minute. Wait. This is aldehyde, correct? ये तो ठीक है. This in alcohol, so sorry, this H plus carry positive charge and O minus carry negative charge. So this alkoxide here act as a nucleophile. So what happens now? R will not attack, sorry. This alkoxide will attack. This alkoxide attack to this carbon and this pi bond shifted to oxygen. So the product which we get, that will be what? RCH OR dash and O pe H chala gaya. This H is coming at O. So we are getting this monoalkoxy alcoholic product. But this product is not very stable. This is unstable product, okay, which is also called hemiacetal. So monoalkoxy, this monoalkoxy product is also called hemiacetal. And this is not very stable because this reaction carried out in presence of dry HCl. Okay, just writing. This reaction carried out in presence of dry HCl, and hence this OH minus reacts with this H plus. Okay, ये जो तुम्हारा OH minus है, इस H plus के साथ water release कर देता है, तो again carbon carry positive charge. तो कार्बन फिर से ये तुम्हारा इलेक्ट्रोफाइल हो जाता है एंड ड्यू टू इलेक्ट्रोफिलिक नेचर फिर से ये रिएक्ट कर जाता है. ओके, सो ड्यू टू इलेक्ट्रोफिलिक नेचर अगेन द सेकेंड मोल ऑफ मोनोहाइड्रिक अल्कोहल, अब यहां से ये H प्लस सब्सट्रैक्ट हो गया, दिस कार्बन इज कैरिंग पॉजिटिव चार्ज, सो व्हाट विल हैपन, दिस न्यूक्लियोफाइल अगेन अटैक टू दिस कार्बन. सो व्हाट वी गेट द फाइनल प्रोडक्ट, दैट मीन्स this is a monoalkoxy. Now again this carbon which become electrophile, जिस पे तुम्हारा ये RO minus nucleophile attack कर गया. So this is the final product we are getting जो कि stable होता है and this is called acetal. So this dialkoxy group, this is the dialkoxy group. Now it becomes stable. अब यहाँ पे further reaction alcohol के साथ नहीं होगा because no OH group is here. तो यहाँ पे जो dry HCl तुम्हारा use होता है that will not react. Okay, protonation will not occur over here with OH minus. Okay, so dry HCl, this reaction always carried out in presence of dry HCl. So this is the final product we are getting as a acetal stable product. Is it clear to all of you? Should I repeat one? Bracket का मतलब क्या? What is the meaning of this bracket sign? What is the meaning of this bracket sign, बच्चे?
Transition.
Unstable. And why it is unstable already I told. Is it okay? Why it is unstable? मैं यहाँ पे अलग से नीचे से एक बार दोबारा से लिख देती हूँ. Why it is unstable? Because what will happen? Protonation occur over this OH. So what will be lost over there? Water. So what you get the product? सो अगेन ये तुम्हारा क्या होगा, कार्बन पे पॉजिटिव चार्ज आ गया, सो कार्बन क्या हो गया, कार्बोकेटायन बन गया, दैट इज इलेक्ट्रोफाइल बन गया, सो इस पे न्यूक्लियोफाइल अटैक करेगा एंड यू गेट द फाइनल प्रोडक्ट. ओके, राइट. ओके, ठीक है. So, what reaction occur with alcohol? This is clear to all of you. Alcohol, that is monohydric alcohol. This is a monohydric alcohol. Monohydric alcohol reacts with aldehyde to form hemiacetal, which followed by again reaction with second mole of alcohol to form acetal. And this reaction occur in presence of dry HCl. What is the role of this HCl? It act as a proton. Even यहाँ भी add होता है इसका H plus जो होता है ये तुम्हारा O पे जाता है and the carbon become more and more electrophile. ठीक है. So this protonation, this reaction occur in presence of dry HCl. ठीक है. अच्छा, बट ये भी रिएक्शन जो होता है सेपरेट करने में यूज होता है. एल्डिहाइड एंड कीटोन को सेपरेट करने में हम इस रिएक्शन को भी यूज कर सकते हैं, बिकॉज दिस रिएक्शन अकर ओनली विथ एल्डिहाइड. कीटोन does not react with monohydric alcohol. There is a no reaction with ketone with monohydric alcohol. Because why there is a no reaction occur? Because ketone is sterically hindered. यहाँ पे 2 alkyl group आ जाते हैं, तो already 2 bulkier groups are there, और ये भी एक bulkier group हो गया, तो इतने ज्यादा जो bulkier group होते हैं, that is not possible. तो ketone does not give this reaction because of steric hindrance in ketone. Ketone has the 2R group, which is the bulkier R group, so this is not possible for ketone. And if ketone does not react and does not give this product, so what will happen? This reaction also used for the separate of the mixture of aldehyde and ketone. तो अगर तुम्हारे पास कोई मिक्सचर एल्डिहाइड एंड कीटोन का, तुमने इसमें अल्कोहल डाला, तो एल्डिहाइड विल गिव दिस प्रोडक्ट, रिएक्ट करके प्रोडक्ट एसिटल देगा, कीटोन नहीं होगा, सो वी कैन सेपरेट बोथ. एंड अगेन फर्दर इट विल बी हाइड्रोलाइज्ड. ठीक है, इसको डाइल्यूट कर देते हो, तो आई मीन डाइल्यूट कर देते हो, वाटर डाल देते हो, हाइड्रोलाइज का मतलब होता है वाटर, डाइल्यूट कर देते हो, तो अगेन यू रिकवर द सेम प्रोडक्ट, योर एल्डिहाइड कैन बी रिकवर. समझ आ गया सबको बच्चे? इज इट क्लियर?
यस मैम.
ठीक है, तो कीटोन रिएक्ट नहीं करता है, मोनोहाइड्रिक अल्कोहल के साथ रिएक्ट नहीं करता, बट कीटोन रिएक्ट्स विथ डाइहाइड्रिक अल्कोहल. Ketone does not react with monohydric alcohol because of steric hindrance. Due to presence of 2 bulkier R groups, steric hindrance occur. But ketone reacts with, all ketones react with dihydric alcohol. This is dihydric alcohol. What is the name of this dihydric alcohol? This is called ethylene glycol. ठीक है? So this ketone reacts with dihydric alcohol. I'm not showing the mechanism, but अगर तुम mechanism मन में सोचना चाहते हो, तो you can see this is a negative charge, this attack to this carbon, this is also negative charge, attack to this carbon, and finally what product we get? Okay, so in simplified way, I'm just writing what happens. This, so when ketone reacts with dihydric alcohol, there is a loss of water. This reaction also occur in the presence of dry HCl. Okay, loss of water, and we get final product. What the final product will get it? Okay, you can see over here, O, O, and now CH2, CH2, right? So what you are getting, this product is what? Normal or cyclic product. This is the cyclic ketal product we are getting. And due to cyclic, all of you know कि always the cyclic compound is more stable than open. So this cyclic ketal product is stable. Okay, so you can see once again what happens. Aldehyde reacts with monohydric alcohol to form acetal. Ketone does not react with monohydric alcohol due to steric hindrance. but ketone can react with but ketone reacts with dihydric alcohol to form stable cyclic ketal product, right? Is it clear to all of you?